So do you remember the question that I asked you earlier?
No, for sure. Hell yeah.
Or you
When it
want
comes
me to?
to right,
Yeah.
yeah. So when it comes to challenging myself, bro, I definitely just try to listen to different type of music. But that's not myself. Because I listen to a lot of my own music. Like I would say 85% of the music I listen to is my own. But outside of that,
Okay.
I try to expand within what were the point of references for some of the people that I like. I love to listen to samples from records that I like, and then expand between that artists, right? Um, and with that, I'm like, okay, cool. I was again comfortable in this bag. Let me try to go over here with it, or let me try to make a song like my favorite artist, and maybe never drop it. But let me just see if I can get my, just constantly experimenting, and then seeding that small little pieces of that in my own flow. So there's a lot of stuff y'all don't hear, but the stuff that y'all do hear is a compilation of all those different little things that I kind of like challenge myself with as an artist. So
Okay. And do you have some examples out of your catalog?
for sure, Dusty Phil, any singy song is a refresh, is me trying to get in my R&B bag and me kind of like showing that I do listen to a lot of singy songs, right? And just melodies and stuff like
Okay.
that I do care about. Peak Altitude, right?
Okay.
Another one that would be good for a movie.
Mm, okay. And you said peak out?
Peak Altitude off of
Oh, peak altitude.
yeah, it was off of H Street.
Okay.
Yeah, H Street, man.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. And when it comes to exploring, or what does it look like for you evolving your sound? Would it be tapping in and following and developing your sound within hip hop, or would we see you tapping into other genre of music and adding that into the into the mix, or what does that look like for you as an artist?
So, I would
Go
say
ahead, say it. That's a
I,
good
that was
question.
a good question. I'm gonna have to do that. But I would say like the again, right? From scratch.
Mm,
From scratch. I want a lot of stuff to be from scratch. Even if we're using sample references, I want to be able to know the chords, know the scales, know the BPM. I want everything to be extremely personal. Even if it's I'm hiring other instrumentalists, I'm hiring a person to play trumpet, or I'm knowing the scales myself. I just want to do a lot more stuff like that, and in every way, right? Rock, more hip hop, more R&B, even more boom bap. What does that look like? You know, to sample yourself. Like, what
mm.
does that look like?
Shout out to you. Okay, okay. And what does it look like for you to, from the business side of evolving as well? Would we be seeing you tapping in and managing artists or managing your own label someday?
Yeah,
Or, what does that look like for you?
developing as a company. I want
Yeah, from the business side.
to.
No, no, go ahead. What you were saying?
I would just want to sponsor. I want my name to be on jerseys. I want my name to be on club kits. I want my name to be, and I'm not just talking about schooling. I'm not talking about schooling. I mean model citizen. I mean anything representing me. I want to move as a company, as an entity, and yeah, maybe be able to sign other artists, and not just other artists, photographers, graphic designers, tech designers, all these different type of jobs that I want to be able to provide not only for my city, but for people who maybe don't have the opportunities or don't have the feeling of like I want to get on TikTok every day. I want to really get to the people who are really analog about everything.
Shout out to that. Okay. And are you putting any steps towards that at the moment right now to work to meet that goal? Or is that something that you'll be doing like in the future?
So brick by brick, right? Right now we're laying a foundation. We need something solid to fall on before we can really build on anything.
Mm,
So Discord, like I said, is a really big avenue for me right now. Really cultivating that community and seeing okay what they need, how do they consume things, and then what else can I do to develop that community? YouTube, right? Because all of these are landing pages and places in which I can hub content and then also give a link to go direct to consumer and spend whatever it is or buy whatever it is I have to offer versus going through another entity. I could just be like, hey, get it directly from me.
mm,
So that's kind of how
okay,
I'm
okay.
just creating a base to be able to do that now. If that makes any sense. It does.
I respect that answer. Okay. And for anybody that Do you have any advice for anybody, especially for like fellow artists that's similar into your shoes? Do you have any advice for them if they want to start up and manage in a community such as like Discord, etc.?
Don't be afraid to talk to folks. Don't be afraid to give motherfuckers their props. People aren't like people not. They're not gonna just jump out the computer and tell you they like your song, fam. You might have to go show them your song. You might have to say, hey, and I'm not talking about cold DM and like, hey, listen to my new record. I say, oh, okay, you see your partner in the studio, chat up with them. Oh, where you record at? Oh, okay, cool. Not literally in that conversation. Maybe the next time you holler at them, hey, bro, I just dropped. What you dropped recently? Or post his drop. I already have listened to it. Hey, I heard you just dropped so-and-so. Hit my last record. This type of ways of interacting with the community that you want to build or that you want to be a part of, as I keep saying, definitely not only keeps you, your analytics looking good, but it keep you up. You know, it's like it's in a way, this is like a community. This is like a job. It's like, right, imagine if you woke up every day and just only went to a cubicle in an office building by yourself. It'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. You ain't talk to nobody at your gig. You ain't talk to nobody at school. It'd be different, right? But at least if you holler at people that's in the art class or holler at the guy that's at cubicle B, it might make it a little bit more worth time to punch them numbers. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest, I think, because a lot of times we want to have aura. We want to be mysterious. And it's like, you going to get there. But get the name first, then you can back up off of that. You know?
Okay. Shout out to that. That's a good gem. And when it comes to your latest album, correct? H3
Yeah.
for your latest album. What was the inspiration behind that?
It was finishing out the Hubris trilogy, which for me was a
Okay.
embodiment of like the ego I was dealing with, which is what I was saying of being an artist and just existing in a space and with around my friends and getting more attention and like how do I handle the attention with the money and the assets and this, that, and the third. And even on a macro level, right, I'm still dealing with that because it is I live in a major city. So that was kind of like the closing door of the last book of that trilogy. Like, okay, I kind of processed that. Now we're on to the next.
Okay. And I know we just hit the hour mark, but how much time we got?
Oh, what? Talking about me?
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Oh,
I'm just letting. We just hit the hour, but how much time we got? I know. I still want to promote your music.
oh, you super good, man. You good? We on your time,
Okay.
right?
All
We on your time. I
right.
hope
Bet.
in the evening tomorrow. No, in the morning.
All right. Bet. 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 So
I just
bring this. Wait. What you say?
I just bought a truck today, so I gotta get that
How
registered.
you do?
That won't be much.
Oh, congratulations. What color?
I just a white work truck. Nothing crazy, right?
Okay.
Because I'm for the
Okay.
streaming software and get into this, that, and the third. So I'm not doing a car note. Never do a car note if you buy
Mm. Okay.
kids.
Shout out to that. Okay. And uh, let me see. And bring this back to your music. Um. So we were just talking about H3. Uh, what is your personal favorite top three tracks on H3?
Let's see. Definitely off the top of my head, Route 66 number. The first track is just so raw and so real. That song used to really get me choked up in the morning time because it just was such a mirror of what I was dealing with at the time and what I was feeling. I love Peak Altitude and Georgia Woman.
Okay.
Peak Altitude, Georgia Woman, Route 66, no doubt.
Okay. And when it comes to the stats, what is the top three tracks that's showing the best results at the moment?
At the moment, Georgia Woman for sure, Peak Altitude, and funny enough, yo, the last record, right? And it escapes my name right now. Right now, the last record escapes my name, but the last one is actually doing really, really well.
Is it safe to say that that one caught you by surprise? You
Yeah,
wasn't expecting that one to do so well?
yeah, for sure. Which is, I love good surprises like that, but for sure,
And why you wasn't were you expecting to be like slept on or
yeah, just it's wordy, and I think that
okay.
the earlier you are in your artistry, the less attention span coins you get with your artists and your people that's consuming your stuff. So Yeah. I know it was later in the album. I know people might just be listening through. I don't know how much they were gonna attach or they were actually gonna pick up what I was saying. But I got a lot of good feedback from it, so that was always dope. That was always dope.
Okay.
That's really dope.
And here's a fun question. When it comes to new listeners, how do you prefer for new listeners to tune to your music? Is it to hit shuffle, or do you prefer for them to start at a particular starting point?
Nah, I just would hit shuffle. I wouldn't even
Hit
trip.
shuffle.
I feel like I feel like a person that listens to my music, and listen, this is what every artist gonna say. I kid you not, as they should. But I genuinely
Mm,
think when you listen to my discography, you're gonna be like, how is this guy not already on? Like maybe not
mm.
every song, but I have a lot of records that are just phenomenal. They're just I mean, I feel like Ye right now. Like they're just the amazing records, you know. I don't know how else to put it.
And
And
how many albums you have out?
I'm at like 6 or 7 projects.
7. So if you could give out 3 tracks from each album that you would recommend for people to tune and at least give it a listen for those 3 tracks, that's going to represent each project.
That's crazy. I feel like
Which,
looking back at these,
yeah,
I feel
good.
like I'm almost looking like an academic class, like to remember, like you know, like a book, like book chapters is how I remember.
Mm,
Point Nemo, Soda Water for sure. That's a good one. Um, Stick Shift. Oh man, Stick Shift is such a good one. Stick Shift. I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank on another one because that was like that was like almost 7 years ago. But hold on,
you got history.
I want to answer this right. I got them. I already had it pulled up though. So look, let me get it right.
And it's the blessing of aging.
All right, right. Hey yo, for real, and I'm so blessed. Oh, El Manana, right? So the ones it's already highlighted. Stick Shift, El Manana, Soda Water. Definitely.
Okay.
Damn right, it's an honorable mention though.
Okay.
Damn right, it's an
And
honorable.
what's the name of the album?
That's Lost at Sea. That's the first one.
Lost at Sea.
Right.
Okay.
Cover art on that too. Next joint, I'm gonna go Land Ho for sure. Point Nemo probably one of my favorite projects I dropped. Definitely Land Ho, 1600, and I'm gonna go Drug Lady. I'm gonna be real. Drug Lady, Land Ho,
Drug Lady.
1600. Those are some good records from that one for sure.
Okay.
We're running into the next Hubris now. I'm gonna go Silly Rabbit, no doubt. Bad Motherfucker. That's easy. And keep guessing. Keep guessing. You know what's crazy? Nah, I got.
Okay.
It's like 4 of them on there. I can't even lie. Dusty,
So
Silly Rabbit, Bad Motherfucker, and Keep Guessing.
keep guessing, City
That's it.
Rapid and Bad Motherfucker. Okay. Okay.
I bet
And
you got.
that was the third album, right?
Yeah. That's the third. No, that's the
Okay.
fourth. That's the fourth.
That's the fourth album. And what's the name of it?
That's gonna be Hubris. First Hubris.
Okay. Okay.
H1.
What we got next?
Next we came out with H2, right?
H2.
Yeah, and this one got a lot of like good record, like replay playlist records, right? So we got Homina, Milk, and honorable, and not even honorable mention, Homina, Milk, and really Hank Hill too.
Okay.
Phenomenal records.
Okay.
Cause you gotta hear what I'm saying. Cause I'm never just rapping about blubber. Like I always got something going on in my mind. I'm kind of like running my fingers around, and I'm like, I'm always gonna write that down.
Mm-hmm.
TTCO, Till They Catch On, Energy, Chopped Cheese at Union Square, no doubt, and Amarilla, Amarilla,
Okay.
Amarilla.
Okay. Shout out to that.
Shout out to them one. Shout out to TTCO. All these records are so slept on though. So in the event when this is getting played like 5 years from now, and I'm doing crazy numbers, just know that at a point, not everybody knew about these songs, which is crazy. Crazy to think that there's a time that
For
happened.
real.
Class in
For
session.
real. Because
What's up?
it's funny enough, like the songs you naming out is actually on my favorite so
Nah,
far. And I listened to 17 tracks. So
Yo, I'm interested. Forget what I thought. What were some ones that stood out to you?
All right. So let me see. I got Drug Lady,
Let's try.
Rat Race, El. What was it? El Manal? What? How
Elman.
you pronounce that?
Yeah,
El
Elman.
Manal. Okay. Bad Motherfucker,
Yeah,
Serial Killer,
yeah,
Grape Skin.
yeah.
Those are. And what was that? Silly Rabbit. That was
Yeah,
another one. Those was the song that stand out to me being the first time listener.
that's real. That's real. So that's my biggest song. I think that's in at like 55, 56K, somewhere around there. Maybe
Oh
less.
wow. Wait, what? Silly Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Congratulations.
Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate it, man. We
No problem.
That's crazy. That song happened. That song happened. That's another story though. That's that song blew up because of the way I had to film that music video. But I'm happy it happened the way it did.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to you.
Yeah,
And no, I definitely agree with you. Like, that's why we do it like this to showcase like our craft. It's just another form of promotion,
yeah.
but it's to give love, back to your craft. It should be more platforms like this, uh, for people to showcase the craft, especially more than ever. We head into a time where, humans getting replaced
Yeah.
to make content or to make entertainment, I should say. So, we support humans. That's what we do. We support humans.
That's gonna be a thing, bro. Like humankind.
hmm
That's crazy to think. Like we really is already in the age of like competing with robots for space. But that's fine, bro. I just need my little
Yeah.
fans, however many fans, bro. And I'm chilling, bro. I'm not trying to be, on everybody magazine and every time I go to a grocery store, somebody taking a picture of me. Like that's crazy.
Now, bringing not to get too deep into it, but to bring it back to when you was talking about your morals and your religion.
Yeah.
I'm curious, the conversation of aliens has started being brought up, of they exist or whatnot. So I'm curious if aliens do exist. Will you collaborate with an alien?
For sure.
Okay,
For sure.
okay.
For sure. For sure. Right.
Shout out to that.
I definitely, because whatever it is, I believe that the God I know that is real created it. So
Okay.
it's like on the
So,
religion tip, I wouldn't feel like I would be like hindering my religion by working or doing something with it, right? Because I would feel like we were finna talk.
mm,
I would have a boatload of questions though. We probably wouldn't get nowhere in the studio session.
mm. So
Like,
so
crazy.
what's the chances do you think so what's the chances do you think, like, if there are other life forms, what is the chances do you think that we all have the same guy, or do you think that it might be something like, like Greek gods or some shit, each
Nah,
planet got their own, or
nah.
that each universe got their own, or you think it's all under one creator?
Yeah, one creator, man. That's me, right? That's I believe in the one and true.
Okay.
Now, if you want to go into poly universe, I think when it all boils down to it, it'll have to be one grand starter over anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Mm,
one person that started off everything, just the way that anything worked. Nothing gonna happen if nobody
mm,
kick it off, right?
mm.
So that's kind of how I look at it. Whatever kicked everything off, which is a lot, that's gonna be the person that is responsible for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just me though. That's just me.
Okay. I respect that.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a good question. I don't know. That's one of my have to take to one of like the religious scholars.
Mm,
Be like, hey, bro, how we feel about aliens? Is that something that's like,
mm.
is that okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Like, is that on the table?
yeah,
Uh,
definitely on the table. They definitely exist though. That's just my personal.
mm,
Definitely exist, bro.
okay. And I'd be curious, like, will you be interested in their technology,
Yeah,
or or let me say this, like, what about them? Like, will you be interested? Will you be interested to learn about their entertainment, their history, their technology?
all of it. I think I get my answers
Okay.
everything that by asking like about all that in like one. But definitely probably going social and technology first. Then we can talk about the songs and shit. Cause I'm like, I feel like at that point I'd be so much more. It'll be past the studio. I'm gonna be 100. I love music, but I'm like, bro, I'm talking to an alien. Like, hey,
Mm,
hey, what's up, bro? Like, where you get
mm,
like, what a ship at? Let me look at the ship. Hey, they go shoot me
mm.
in the spaceship. I love, oh man,
You'd be the first artist to shoot a music video in the spaceship.
yo, if I popped out, mobbed out with the aliens, government gonna try to come snatch me up. What? Oh, like, I'm like, mobbed out.
uh,
It's crazy.
Shout out to that. And bring this back to your music.
Yeah,
Uh, like I said, me just being a first time listener, checking into to your music, I would definitely say you got a unique style. I
appreciate
think I'm not sure how to really describe it, but I would definitely say like one of your strongest suit or one of your strength is your voice,
appreciate
to carry it. Um, but I am curious is like what would the audience can look forward to on your upcoming project going forward, and how will you be expanding or exploring various different sounds?
more singles. I definitely want to back up. I mean, I'm definitely releasing the project at the end of the year. I always do, but I'm gonna back up on the doing the whole project and just give each individual record its own moment. And what that means is a more replay value, more eye-catching lines, more opportunities for the song to exist in different spaces. These are the things that I kind of want to do because I got a lot of good records. I got a lot of good records on the way, and they're different because I'm trying not to curse as much. I'm trying to make it more not commercial, but more approachable from a larger audience, right? So we can work with video games, so we can work with movies, so we can do this, that, and the third. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. That's what they can look forward to. More. I got songs like That
Okay.
Much, Sabrina Carpenter, which is a crazy name for a song, but that's the real. Got a lot of good records that I feel like gonna do crazy stuff. Really, they're gonna make really, really good noise.
Okay. And when it comes to your catalog, what do you personally feel um three tracks out of your catalog that represent you as a whole
Um,
at this current moment? And I'm curious when it comes to your stats, what is your top three tracks?
so songs that I guess I can only go off H Street, but I can't only go off H Street. But I think that is like the most recent thing that they could probably go catch. So again, Route 66, Peak Altitude, Georgia Woman. You got bars,
Okay.
you got singing and melodies, and you got something that you can ride to and light up to. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of like
Okay.
the the best combination of things that you can have in a project. And what was the next one? Next question.
And when it comes to the stats, when it comes to your catalog as a whole, what is your top three tracks?
Oh, for sure, Silly Rabbit, Drug Lady, and Bikini Bottom off of like Point Nemo, right?
Bikini Bottom. Okay. And are you looking to knock off any of those to be your top three? Are you looking to replace any one of those?
Oh, for sure, man. For sure, for sure. SLS is doing really good. The last song I just dropped, one of the ones you might have seen recently, me promoting, it's doing really, really, really good.
Hmm.
Um, and you know what? Since I bought the truck, the budget and the things that the way that I distribute the funds and stuff is going to be different now and for the better. So expect a lot more.
Hmm.
Yeah, expect a lot more from maybe H3 and a lot more again singles and stuff like that to do all the stuff I learned over these 7 years at one time. That's the game of the game. Not just one thing, but all of those things at one time. That might it.
Okay, shout out to that.
Or in that process. Obviously, you can't do all that at one time, but you get me.
Shout out to that. And I'm also curious how you go about selecting what song get in a music video.
You hear it, you feel it. You don't even have to. You don't have to even question. You play the song, you start to see the music video. Or it's so good, it's a single. If it's a single, it almost always needs a music video. And today, not a time it does.
And how long will you sit on a song um before you, like, how long will you sit on a song
It
and
was
let it process, and you make
year,
that decision?
a year,
Years?
half, like
A year?
yeah, bro. At the longest, right? Once they get past that point, we need to repackage it and rewrite it and maybe add some new life to it. But
Okay.
yeah, the longest I would let them sit is a year. So that's why sometimes when y'all hear the music, that vibe, that mood, or that
Mm.
I'm talking about, that's such old information. But it sound new because I just dropped it. But I wrote the song even
Okay.
further than when I recorded it. Sometimes.
And how much? So how many songs is currently sitting in the vault?
Oh man, 100 plus easy, easy,
100+.
easy.
And when you come to like releasing music, are you selecting songs from your vault,
Yeah, for sure.
or okay,
Put it in
okay?
perspective, bro.
So
Y'all hearing songs from last year still, still. Like, no, like, and
so
this for the hit December of last year in the vault.
so what's your so so what's your strategy when it comes to releasing music?
Now is turn and burn, bro. So I got none but Kate's coming up. And what producer am I more in contact with right now? I got a lot of producers out in Russia. Shout out Shao, shout out Internet Boy or Eternal Boy. I got a lot of partners that produce here in Atlanta, so I'm in contact with them. And whoever I have like I said, the best relationship, but whoever's like, hey, bro, you finna drop? I'm probably gonna drop that song quicker because I could tell we are more cahoots versus a guy I don't know. If I
Mm,
put his song on a limb and I just was trying to get some raps off, it might not never come out because I can't get that connection, and I need that connection because that's a part of the whole thing.
mm, okay, all
So
right, that's what's
and
up.
that's excitement, bro. I love it. I listen to it a lot,
Mm.
so that's kind of like the main.
Oh, I'm glad that you brought that up. That's actually another thing that's standing out to me. I do appreciate that you do experiment with other beats.
Oh, for sure.
Um, there was two there was two beats that had like a Japanese style to it.
Yeah, I
Was
produced.
it Serial Killer and Bad Motherfucker?
Okay, wait, no. I thought you were talking about Chopped Cheese at Union Square. Chopped Cheese at Union Square has a Japanese sample too. Bad Motherfucker, I didn't produce. I produced the other one I wanted to say. The Bad Motherfucker song, I think that song came on an ad. Like that was an ad beat on BeatStars, and I never clicked them type of songs. But when I heard it,
Mm.
the sample just grabbed me. Like the vocals was just like, bro, you gotta record on this.
So I do like that you do experiment on other beats, and I will say that's kind of what make each because I put your music on random, so I listen to a bit of each track from each album. I haven't listened to it fully through to give it my full opinion, but just some of the songs I listened to from each album, I could definitely say like the beats would definitely be a roller coaster because none of them was be similar from the tracks that they own the album with, nor going forward with your other albums. So I would definitely say that's one thing that's really that I enjoy, that I really like, is the beat selection.
I pre-
I could definitely say I haven't noticed any repetitive beats, or you just seen you exploring on like different shit. It could be some R&B, it could be some like Japanese shit, some samurai shit,
you feel
you
me?
know. So
Right shit sometimes.
so I do like that.
I appreciate
Hmm.
it. I think we limit ourselves sometimes because we want to look cool. We want to be this, whatever, or like we got this fake idea of what we feel like we are as an artist, and it could be this real idea. I don't want to call it fake. I just feel like, with me personally, I get bored just rapping over the same thing, and I'm doing myself a disservice. If I'm fired this other genre, or if I can write a rock song, why not write the rock song? Just because I'm a rapper, I mean I can't write a rock song. You know, it's like saying it's because you
No, I
play
agree.
literally step on like a basketball court. That's ridiculous. You can go shoot a couple threes.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I'm also curious, which beat was the most challenging for you to write to, and which song was the most challenging for you to complete out of your catalog, of course.
Hey, you know what's crazy? There's this I got a song called FTB. And it's so funny you say that. And the intro to FTB, bro, it bugged me so bad because like I think he brought the drums out like 10 seconds too clean or too early, or he didn't bring him in at the right point, or the point that I would have brought him in, or the point that my brain was like, this is where the drums should start. I think it started differently. Some type of way
Mm,
to that beat, it was just beating me up at the time. And I remember having to just sing through it. So I'm like, yo, like, this just doesn't feel like how I wanted to. But I ended up getting a drum.
mm,
So FTB
mm.
for it, intro to
And
the
which song are you? And what was the name of that one?
FTB, that's on H2.
FTB.
Yeah.
Okay. And when it comes to the song, which song out of your catalog was the most challenging for you to complete that's released?
Mm, I guess the most challenging to complete. I don't want to brag, bro. I feel like I feel like I'd be bragging. I'm like, bro, don't like the songs that y'all hear. Now all them shits is butter. Like I wrote out that shit like, cause it's like once I catch it, I catch it, and
Mm,
it's just like, all right, for sure. I can damn near tell you what direction I'm gonna go with it. If I want to make it hit, if I want to get you political, if we want to go social consumerism, talk about girls. Like once I get the ball, like I don't know how to describe it. It's like okay, cool. Like this is what I'm doing. So I wouldn't say they were difficult songs to drop that were like I'm afraid of how people might perceive them. Can I answer that one?
mm.
In the
Yeah,
same
that's
vein,
fine.
because I guess that kind of be the same thing, and because dropping it is a completion of the record. Not right now. Not right now was a very tough record. I feel like, and
Okay.
in general to write. Honestly, we'll go not right now for both of those answers. Shit was rough. I was really
Okay.
mad over this.
Shout out to you. And my last question I have for you, when it comes to um, what was the upcoming project that you're working on? Was you working on an album releasing,
I guess there's no
or
project
was it a single?
in particular, just hella singles, right? The next single is gonna be nothing but cake. Nothing but cake. If I don't know if that's a place,
Okay.
but that's like a little cake area.
Nothing but cake. Okay. And what are you looking forward to when it comes to the audience tuning to that single?
The no one, nothing
What are
but
you
cake.
looking forward to showcase to the audience? Yeah.
I mean, I think out of the songs I dropped this year, we just talking about this year, it's got a lot more, not just replay value, but a lot more bounce. Like you can play this in a car with your friends. You can play this on the way to the party. It ain't gonna feel so like hip hoppy, where it's like you know what I'm saying. This is like this beach record. This is like
Mm,
road trip, sunny day with the girls. Y'all, they can ride with their feet out the window type vibe, like or they can play it in a
okay.
little pool party and just kind of bop a little bit. They got a little, you got a little of that to it.
Mm, shout out to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
good for
And
the work.
shout out to you.
Thank you,
And
man.
shout out to you. It was great to have you on as a special guest, man.
Yo,
I appreciate
shout out
you
Origins.
come on here and showcasing your craft.
Thank you,
What you
man.
say?
Shout out Origins for
No
having me.
problem.
I was so excited,
Much
bro.
love. Much love. I appreciate it. And
Yo,
before you go, shout out all your platform. Shout out anybody that you want to put on, and then drop a song out of your catalog you want the audience to tune to.
hey, I appreciate that, gangster. I appreciate that. Shit. Hey, go to satelliteusa.com, type your email in, get signed up. If you're seeing this in the website, it's already up. Cop some off the website. It's no pressure, but if anything, you can sign up for the email updates so you know when I'm coming to your city, when I'm dropping physical merch, when I'm doing anything, I have you on the update list. Shout out SLS, shout out H2. If you need anything from me, my name is Skoolinc on every platform. It ain't gonna be hard to find me. And other than that, obviously stay away from Wicked. Simple.
Okay, bet. Shout out to you, bro.